So this dude right here has a P85 Tesla Model S. Now, the funny thing about the P85, the P85D is they're really, really fucking fast. But the downside is once you pass the quarter mile, if you're still trying to accelerate, you really can't because you run out of gears. So, you know, while this guy could easily take me in a very short race, he certainly can't do shit the longer the race gets. It's kind of like the Bugatti Veyron versus the Hennessy Venom GT. It's like, you know, those tires on that Venom are gonna explode, but whatever.
My Tesla Model S P85D video and my Dodge Challenger HELLCAT videos have pretty much gone viral, but not as viral as my 7 commandments for Dodge SRT HELLCAT owners. Apparently, many fanboys from Tesla, you know, the ones that go to bed every night having wet dreams about owning a Tesla Model S P85 or a Tesla Model S P85D in order to upgrade from their Toyota Priuses, their bicycles, and their mom's basement, have latched on to the things that I've said about people not racing the P85D with the Dodge Challenger HELLCAT, and they're using it somehow as proof that the P85 and the P85D are the best cars on the road. Now, that's the problem with going viral, and that's the problem with the media, which strangely enough I'm part of. But the problem is people take you out of context. So let me clarify my position. First of all, I'm a Tesla share owner. So I've got a little over 200 stocks of Tesla that I bought back in November 2012. So I got in under $30 a share. And first of all, I actually love Tesla because it's an American company. I love Tesla because they're building cars in America, and because it's the one American company that I can point to and say, yeah, they're building cars that are beautiful, high-tech, cutting-edge, etc., etc., etc. But the problem is, besides buying their stock, I really can't see buying one of the cars because, once again, and I've said this numerous times, the interiors on those cars are okay, but they're just not as comfortable as what I'm getting out of SRT. Mind you, the big deal is the fact that an SRT Challenger or an SRT Charger costs $70,000. My Chrysler SRT, $55,000 fully loaded. Jeep SRT, $70,000 fully loaded, and that's with extra options. A Tesla Model S P85 starts at like 90,000 plus, and you don't get a nav and a sunroof unless you're spending over $100,000. Then there's the P85, and I showed you the sticker in either this video or one of the others. This car is $135,000. And then now I'm seeing people on Yahoo with articles that say, oh, you know, this is the reason why I had to trade my P85 in for my P85D, this brand new P85D. Excuse me, if a car is $135,000, you know, and you happen to be in the top 1%, and the vast majority of, you know, the rest of the people in the world can't even hope to afford a car like that, you didn't have to trade in a P85 for a P85D. You had the ability to. All of these people who are sending me these ridiculous comments, all of these counter trolls on YouTube, all of these counter trolls on Facebook, the simple fact of the matter is you can't afford that car. Some of you can, very few of you. I'm basically the top 1%, top 2% can afford it. But the vast majority of you can't even hope to buy one of those cars used. So just keep dreaming about it when you're getting in your Prius in the morning. And then the comments get even more ridiculous. I've got people saying, oh, you just upset because you buy those oil-burning dinosaur cars. To which I have to reply, well, considering the fact that you can't possibly hope to buy a $100,000 to $135,000 car, and unlike you, I'm actually used to driving cars in that price range, I'm trying to understand where you getting these ridiculous comments from. You make me sound like a Malthusian Luddite. You make me sound like someone who just wants to throw technology away. No, I don't want to throw technology away. Excuse me. Understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that the Tesla Model S is a great car. However, I couldn't even consider buying one because I'm not willing to sacrifice the comfort features of my car. Let's take a look at my $50,000, $55,000 fully loaded Chrysler 300. I've got heated seats, I've got cooled seats, I got an ultra view panel moonroof, I've got heated and cooled cup holders. On top of that, the car makes a lot of noise and scares the shit out of people, especially when I spin those tires. Now granted, the Tesla can spin its tires too, but the thing about it is my engine's loud, and I'm gonna put a supercharger on that son of a bitch. I'm gonna make it even louder than it is now. So basically, when I'm passing by bus stops and your mom on the street corner, basically she can hear that engine roar, and she can be like, wow, that guy's got a Hemi. But, you know, with the Tesla, yeah, it's a pretty car. One of the problems I have, now the exterior is beautiful, I'll give it that. The only problem is it looks like a Jaguar. A lot of people who see that car on the road, they think it's a Jaguar when they first see it. They think it's a Jaguar XF because the front of it looks like a Jaguar XF. The interior is hard. It's plasticky. It's like, I don't understand. For $135,000, you know what I'd do? I'd buy an S-Class Mercedes W222 if I were you, and you'd get heated seats, cooled seats, massage seats. You'd get a car with enough space for four guys 6'5.5" tall like me to sit in comfortably and drive from here to Florida, from New York City to Florida, and from Florida back to New York City, and then feel like your back is in such great condition that you can drive even further. The Mercedes S-Class W222 is $100,000. So here's my question. How could anybody with any intellectual curiosity, how could anybody with any intellectual honesty seriously say that they would realistically go for a $135,000 car that really doesn't offer anything more than a $55,000 car with either a V6 with all-wheel drive or a V8 with all-wheel drive, because some cars do offer that in the $60,000 price range? You would pay 2 times as much to get a car that comes with considerably less. Let me explain to you what's going on here. The people who want the Tesla Model S, now granted, you people are putting money in my pocket one way or another, whether you're watching these silly videos that I'm doing, or whether you're buying the shares and driving up share prices, or whether you're just visiting Tesla and making it, you're putting money in my pocket one way or another. But what you're doing is you're trying to get the mentality. You're trying to buy into the mentality of the electric car. And it's not just Tesla. Nissan Leaf was a failure. And then there was Chevy Volt, which the government couldn't even put enough welfare options on it to give it away because it was too small. And then there's a Cadillac ELR, $90,000. Too small. Nobody wants it. If they had made a 4-door CTS, it would have done great, but they didn't. Fisker Karma went under. Why? It's too goddamn small. We need cars that fit a family of 4 that have no range anxiety. That means a plug-in hybrid. Yes, EVs are nice, but the problem is usually these rich people, and if I've seen the breakdowns, these are usually their second cars. They always have something else. Some guys have a Ferrari, some guys have something else. These guys usually have second cars. You people are going to bed every night dreaming about owning something that you can't possibly afford. Granted, it's a good goal for you, but the simple fact is you're trying to get into the mentality of it. The mentality. You people believe global warming is real. You want to adopt the greenest image that you can, but what you're finding out is that you can't afford that green image. The vast majority of countries in the world are stuck on fossil fuels simply because it's cheap, it's relatively reliable, and it's easy to get. The vast majority of the world is poor. The vast majority of the world can't afford a $100,000 car. The vast majority of the world can't afford a $20,000 car. And ultimately, that's my problem. We have not gotten an quote-unquote affordable electric vehicle yet. We've gotten some plug-in hybrids, but we have not been given an affordable electric vehicle. And by affordable, I'm talking about a car the exact same size as a P85 with the exact same tech options as a P85D for less than $70,000. At $135,000, that's absolutely the breaking point of the market. And the thing about it is there are some websites, for instance, MarketWatch, who are saying that Tesla may end up having some problems with investors, considering it may not be able to meet its goals. We're still waiting for the Model X. I really believe that my shares would have hit $300 by now, but the Model X came so late, and in fact, it's still not here. And then I'm hearing, promises of the Model 3. The problem is, how long am I going to have to wait? I need my shares to hit 300 now so I can sell the shit. But that's the problem. The simple fact is, the only people who can afford these things are rich people. And how many of them can you really sell to in a world where the vast majority of people are living on less than $1 a day? You tell me the answer to that.